Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. I do tarot readings on Korean celebrities. Today we're going to do a reading on DAY6's Younghae and Dowoon's friendship. See how they're doing. I know DAY6 has been kind of on a subunit promotion for a while with two members on hiatus. Unfortunately, we're seeing so many hiatus due to anxiety. I hope that the idol industry understands this is a problem. I feel like this industry is so hard on them that I am glad to see more idols just taking the time away that they need. But I do think that these companies really need to make sure they're not mentally and physically exhausting these idols to this level. It's just, I have a lot of feelings. I'm sorry. Let's just get to the reading, right? I'm just here to read tarot, not to rant. That'll be a whole different video. So, okay, as always, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please take them with a grain of salt. I'm not affiliated with any idols or any companies. All events are pure alleged and coincidence only. Or purely coincidental and alleged. Yeah, that's what I meant. So, I've worked with my Anima Mundi deck again recently, and I'm in the mood to work with it again. So, we're going to stick with it from the last video to this one. So, I always do a 3 card spread for past, present, future on a friendship reading, and then we'll go ahead and do a reading on each person and see how they're doing. Usually I try to mix up the cards that I use for you guys, but I'm kind of just in the mood to work with these today, so hope you don't mind. Usually for a reading I would leave that out, but since this is a very specific past, present, future reading, jumpers aren't really good for this style. Let's see, usually if a card is meant to drop, it'll come up again. It will show up again. Okay. One more shuffle, and then I'll do the 3. Let's go. Past, present, future. Okay. This is the mental anguish card in reverse. Something tells me that in the past they went through a lot, but I feel like it was a thing that instead of fearing from each other, it drew them together. I don't know if maybe Dowoon or Younghae had a lot of fears. I feel like Younghae in all his readings has shown he's a person that does really well on his own, so I feel like if there was fear, there was Dowoon, and Younghae maybe helped him get over a lot of anxiety and stress he had in the past. Which is funny because I feel like Dowoon's actually a very independent person too, but people grow and change, and that could be a reflection of what they went through in the past, why they're so they feel like they're kind of the more independent members to me. 3 right now, 3 of Wands in the moment is a lack of being able to push forward. So I do think they feel like they're a little stuck right now, but sometimes being even keeled and not having to push too much is probably a good thing for them. They're not growing, but they're not having to have the stress of transforming their friendship in the moment. So if anything, instead of outgrowing, they're kind of, I feel like maybe they're, instead of reaching out, they're almost becoming closer, right? This Knight of Cups in reverse though does tell me that they may not be as close in the future. And like I said, they aren't growing right now, but they're not being pushed away from each other. But this may be, again, a natural progression of things. I've done other DAY6 readings where I don't feel like they'll necessarily renew their contracts. And if they do, it'll be individual members. It won't be as a group. So I just do think there will be some closeness that will be lost through them in the future. But we'll go ahead and we'll do a reading on each person, and we'll see how they feel about the other person right now. So as always, like I said, please, these are just my opinions. If you disagree, I mean, feel free to disagree in the comments. I'm always happy to listen. But this is just my own intuition by what I see in the cards. Feel free to get second, third, fourth, fifth opinions on something like this. I'm not an expert in any kind of way, so. Okay, we will keep those jumpers. All right. And if I didn't say this is Young K's feelings towards Dowoon, I was thinking it. I just sometimes I don't say it out loud. But yeah, this is Young K's feelings towards Dowoon. So there's a Page of Pentacles, which means he definitely, I think, has more plans to work with him right now. I think they do work pretty good together. They don't have a lot of like butting of heads. But they may kind of be out of fresh ideas. It's like they don't fight, but I don't think they necessarily the most creative together. Like, I think maybe they have a tendency when they work together to play it a little safe. So there's a little bit of like confusion, but also when it's the page, it's like these aren't a fully formed idea yet. This is just like an intent. And also the pentacles are something that happens like slowly and methodically. So even though there's not really great, I mean, the magician is kind of associated with communication and manipulation, but in my opinion, this is more just kind of a lack of manifestation, right? Because the magician also creates. So I just see some of these like wands in reverse are your creative energies, and they just seem like while they're not fighting, they're not really coming up with anything yet either. And it could just be they're both enjoying taking a break right now, taking things slow. They both kind of definitely give me that vibe. There's Sagittarius and Virgo. So Sagittarius is going to be that person that kind of goes with the flow. And a Virgo is someone who kind of doesn't really come forward until they feel like they really know what they're doing. So with Dowoon, it could be, we'll do a reading for him in just a second, but he's the type of person that's just like, he's probably going to work on something until he feels it's ready to present, and he's not going to really present you with it until then. He's a little bit more meticulous. And then like Young K is just like, oh, you're working on stuff? Whatever, cool. You know, I'm here when you need me. You know, like that is the overall vibe of their zodiac archetypes. Again, moon signs. It's really windy and stormy outside today, so there's probably a little bit of noise. Sorry about that. But yeah, so obviously like their moon signs and all that stuff, if you're into astrology, you understand there's a lot of different aspects to the way, you know, the signs present themselves. But overall, I feel like the reason why they're kind of just not as gung-ho is because neither one of them are really that personality type. Like they're just kind of taking it day by day, working on themselves, working on whatever whatever presents itself that day. So let's see how Dowoon feels towards Young K. does like Younghae a lot though. Like I see this as like he's really leans on him. Like I said, there's kind of like these lacks of creative spurts right now. And like, I mean, who could blame them with like kind of everything that's going on? But yeah, there's still like this lack of I don't want to say a lack, like they don't really have too many like personality clashes. Their personality, they're pretty just like chill. Again, the Seven of Wands. I don't know. He made me feel a little bit like, again, not uninspired. Like there's a little like lack of confidence in maybe what they're putting out. Again, like this whole reading, I kind of feel like creatively they're kind of just in this weird like creative block maybe place, or they may be not feeling super inspired to push forward right now. They might feel like it's just worth taking their time. But the King of Cups tells me he feels very, I want to say, solid in his trust and care right now about Younghae. Like, I think he's open and honest and trusting, and it's a very positive sign, as well as the 9, like the wish fulfillment. I think, like, again, I feel like he's a bit grateful. Temperance means they have great balance, great chemistry. They work together. Like Temperance is all about balance and working together, and I think all 3 of these cards tell me that. So I think their only issue is like kind of a lack of inspiration or a lack of motivation right now. They may not feel it's in their best interest to work too hard or put out the ideas that they have. They may find it's best in their interest to just kind of reserve, and I kind of see that because I feel like they have a lot of internal things that they're dealing with within the group. So actually making new music may be kind of low on the priority list, whereas like all these emotions, all these like holding on to and talking to each other, maybe like what's at the top of the list at the moment. But yeah, I think Dowoon definitely leans on Younghae. Like, I think he feels he's a very good friend and they complement each other very well. So, I mean, what more can be said? That he's his bro and he's glad he's there, But yeah, creatively they're kind of stunted right now, and I think Dowoon is really unsure about how to go forth. I don't know if they're just waiting to see if they're still going to do another even of day thing or if it's going to be a full DAY6 thing, maybe the way they write, he needs to figure out which one he's writing for before he starts writing, So something like that. But thank you so much for your request. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm wishing the best for DAY6. I know there's still a lot they're going through and things look really unsure right now. So, but I hope everything works out, the best for each person. Thank you again. Hope you have a great day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.